Good morning. This is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutloud.com, and this is my pre-market game plan for the major market indices and also for gold and oil for today, Tuesday, September 27. It is 9:11 a.m. Eastern Time. We had a little pop-up in the market last night, and the market got rejected into the resistance area right here, and we have a chart of YM. This is the hourly chart, obviously, and it found resistance right here at 18,133. It had temporary support at 18,110, and this was a perfect short overnight for those of you that are trading extended hours. For those of you that are in Europe or other parts of the world, this was a perfect short right here because it offered a very tight entry and a really nice risk to reward right here. So far, YM had filled the cone below 18,000, which means that it's back into the support area from where it started last night. It has room to continue lower, and the first target, the first target is into 17,950, and this comes also from the daily chart, with further room to continue into 17,890. So these are going to be the targets for today. Remember that I will be waiting for the New York market to open to get to assess a better entry, because as of now it is way extended to the downside, and there might be some profit taking right here at 18,000 into this support area that we are trading right now. If on relative weakness we continue to consolidate and bleed lower, remember the next target is 17,950. Let's take a look at ES. ES had the same formation, so this was the perfect short right here. This is a textbook short right here, 2150, that happened at 3 a.m. In extended session at the London Open. So we did had a small pop to the upside into yesterday's extended session, and we formed resistance and we broke down, revisiting back this area of support right here at 2135 all the way to 2130. Still a lot of support right here, a lot of support. If we don't get a bounce off 2130, we might continue lower, and the next target that I am looking at is 2130. And again, this is if we get a weak consolidation intraday here. I'm looking for a further continuation right into this point. But at this point, like I said, we have tons of support. If we break through this support level, the cushion of support, so there's layers of support from 2130 all the way to 2126. Heavy, heavy, heavy. So that area from 26 to 30, that area price, from that area price might bounce to the upside. So it's a very, very, very tough area. However, I'm not going to take a short unless ES, and this is for ES, breaks 2125. So that's going to be my short area. We have already retraced 3 days in a row. We have 3 bars on the daily chart, and once again, like I've mentioned, there's always support all the way into 2100. NQ. NQ had the same pattern, found support yesterday into this prior support area to the left, has bounced in early hours and early extension hours, found resistance. Price got rejected, 48.46, came back down, almost filled the cone right here, back into this support area at 4800. If we continue weak, there is still room to travel all the way to 47.88. Not a big target for the shorts because we have a lot of support on the daily chart. If the price continues lower, and if it challenges 47.88, please note that number, daily support, then we will look for another correction to the downside. However, targets are not going to be that far apart. So the risk to reward here, you have to watch a smaller time frame in order to get those perfect entries. So as of right now, there is no perfect entry, so you have to wait for the chart to develop. So a trade right off the open will not be possible right now because the market is extended. Initial reaction can be to the downside or the upside, so it's a 50-50 shot at this. And this is with NQ. Let's take a look at GC, and GC is gold. Okay, here we have a chart of GC. GC found resistance at this level of 1348, found secondary resistance at 1346, came back in, third level of resistance, 1341. And at this point, it looks like it wants to come in all the way to 1320. So this might this still has room. So GC still has room to come in into 1320. And the way I see it right now, it had an initial breakdown at 1336. If you're looking at a 3-minute chart, and it's bouncing back up. So the way I see it right now, GC, if it pulls back to 1335 and it finds resistance at 1335, you could use that as a stop and look for an entry 1334. So you're going to have 1 point here for a stop, and you will have a target. First target is going to revisit the low at 1332, and you're looking for a continuation at 1330. And this is going to give you the 3-to-1 reward to risk right here. This is the only one that I can see a 3-to-1 reward to risk as of right now. Last but not least, CL. And CL is once again, challenging this support area at $44.50. Very tough area right here. It is actually forming a bear sandwich onto the daily chart. So if there are no buyers at 44.50 area, if we get no bounce, then we look for a further correction all the way into $43.50 with the first target right here into this congestion at $44. This was all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you found this video helpful. I welcome any suggestions that you may have, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me at info@tradeoutloud.com. Hope you all have a good, profitable trading day, and caution today. Be very, very cautious in your trading today. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow morning.